Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a new testing video here, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack, which is a limited mission suit as part of the third week of the 6th anniversary. I do believe the suit was a clan reward before the limited missions here, and there is also a level 2 version of this suit now, which, similar to when I made the Gym Raid video, I don't have the level 2 of it yet. But I do have its weapons, so I will show the stats for that when we go into the weapon portion. But yeah, we have a low-cost support unit here, and yeah, we're going to be jumping right into it here with the stats. So the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack at level 1 is a 300 cost support. At level 2, it will be a 350 cost unit. It is usable on both ground and space. And for your stats here, you have 13,000 mobile suit HP. You have 15 ballistic, 15 beam, and 6 melee resistance. You have 25 range strength, 5 melee strength, 100 movement speed, 155 top speed, 50 thruster gauge, and 48 turning speed. And for your part slots here, you have 3 close, 8 mid, and 9 long range slots. And some of your other stats here, you have a melee priority of 1, you have a 10-second sortie timer, you have a compatibility with space, so extra benefits for using this suit on space maps, and this suit is considered a 2-star. So yeah, pretty decent stats here for the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack here. It does look very typical for a suit at this cost, and I should mention as well, it is really cool to get another low-cost support, or at least a more widely available one, since this was a clan reward, so I don't doubt that some people already had the level 1, but moving on to the weapons here. Our primary weapon is going to be the Shadows Hyper Bazooka with 1,400 power, 8 ammo, and 300 range. And as I promised, here is the level 2 version of that bazooka. As you can see, you get some increased power and increased range, which is very nice. Next we have the Beam Saber. This is 1,600 power. I believe this is the same basic beam saber that most of the gyms are able to use, and if you're in an unrestricted room, you can equip the level 5 version of this saber, so yeah, there it is at level 1, and there it is at level 2 for the stats. And for going to our sub-weapons here, we have the head-mounted Vulcan, that is 50 power, 30 ammo, and 150 range. Seems to be like a pretty standard pair of Vulcans. You have the Shadows Hyper Bazooka Shrapnel, that is 55 power, 8 ammo, and 250 range. I assume this might work like the Shrapnel Bazooka that the Gundam Mark II can use, unless it's more like a shotgun-style weapon, but I don't think from memory that's the case with this. And then we have the Cluster Grenade, that is 1,800 power, 1 ammo, and 150 range. And yeah, short range thrown weapon, dealing damage on a wide scale. I do believe this weapon is exclusive to this suit, unless it's similar to another grenade type, but this grenade in particular, I do believe is exclusive to the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack here. And just looking at the skills here, we have High Performance Radar level 2, High Performance Scope, Observational Data Link, Personal Radar. You have Anti-Stealth, that's really nice, considering the Thunderbolt Acguys pretty much dominate 300 and 350 now. You have High Performance, Aerospace Gimbal, you have Leg Shock Absorber level 2, and High Spec Ambac level 2. So yeah, seems like a pretty nifty set of skills. Again, Anti-Stealth, that's going to be good for the cost range in its current state. And before we go to the testing, just going to have the description for this suit up here. Slowly go through it, in case anyone wants to pause and read it, yet it is up there for your viewing pleasure. But with that out of the way, we're going to take it to port base here and see exactly what we are working with here. Yeah, 300 supports. It's going to be interesting to see how its performance is, since I do feel like 300 already has some really solid support units with the support Acguy and the dual antenna Zaku. So I guess the difference between this and those units is that this unit is usable in space, so that is something it has going for it. And you can see you also have that very large backpack as well. But starting off with the primary weapon, the Hyper Bazooka. And that's a little over 2,000 damage, which is a really nice start. Aiming at the gun cannon mass reduction type. Really dealing about half of that by the looks of it against a support, but oh, not really half of that, that's 500 less. I'm over here thinking this did 3,000 to a general. Nope, that's about probably like 25% less than that, so it does look like some really nice damage. Now we have the beam saber here. We only have one swing, but let's see what our melee pattern is. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a very standard Federation pattern. And go for the downswing. Yep, looks pretty standard to me, and I don't believe you can go straight into your melee. Nope, so I'll perform a downswing here on both suits. And yeah, almost 2,500 and a little over 2,000, so really nice, decent melee damage there when it comes to the downswing. Moving to the head Vulcans here, and 72 damage. Pretty slow stun accumulation, but yeah, just some pretty standard head Vulcans. You can use them while boosting, which is nice. Going to the shrapnel bazooka here, and it looks like it takes kind of a couple shots from that to actually get a stun. Let me try it against the gun cannon here. So yeah, it looks like it does take a few shots in order to get a stun, but it does look like it's a pretty rapid-fire weapon, and also it does look like it does some decent damage. That's really nice there. Waiting to reload before I try to just do a few more shots here and see what we can get. Yeah, so maybe around 4 shots by the looks of it in order to get a stun. What if I'm standing like right in front of him? Let's see. So yeah, it looks like it's going to take 4 rounds at most to get a stun, but again, still some really nice damage. And you can use that if somebody is chasing after you. And there was the grenade. It looks like that actually did some really good damage. And also, like, it had a really high blast radius as well, so let's see if I can try to throw it some distance away from these suits here, see if it still lands. Oh, well, it did hit the gym command, but, yeah, it looks like a really high damaging grenade there. Just gonna destroy that gym command and wait for the grenade to ready up so you can get some damage off on the gun cannon mass reduction type. And a little over 2,000, so yeah, really nice grenade there. And also looks like it reloads fairly quickly, so yeah, really nice weapon there. You might be able to pair that with the shrapnel bazooka now that I think about it. Like, throw this. And yeah, you can probably ready it up in time and only have to use 3 of your shrapnel rounds. That's pretty cool. Just a few damage numbers off on the Zagak here. Go for the downswing. And just do some Vulcan damage. Obviously, you're going to be doing less damage to raid units being a support, but that is what it is. Actually, the Zagak here has a pretty big head, though, but yep, still looks like it takes about 4 rounds in order to get the stun. Still really good, though. You probably can use that in case somebody is trying to chase after you, so that is a pretty nifty feature here. Are there any other weapons you can use while boosting? Let's see if we can get a look on that. Not for the bazooka. Can you throw the grenade? Nope, you cannot throw that mid-boost. So, ever since I found out the Roswell Jagan can use its grenades mid-boost, that is something that I've been checking out when it comes to mobile suits that have grenades with them, but yeah, the Shadows Jim Kai here doesn't seem like it's one of those suits that can do that, but overall, yeah, it does seem like a pretty nifty support unit. I can see this being really good on maps like City Ruins. You know, just those maps that have a few more closed-in spaces so you can make use of its weapons and the grenade. Especially the grenade and the shrapnel bazooka. I feel like in these more closed-in maps is where you can make the most use of that. Also the bazooka as well. The basic bazooka is also really nice. Okay, I have a pretty good space between these two. Let me throw the grenade again. Yeah, it has a pretty good blast radius with the grenade, so you do have quite a few possibilities when it comes to, you know, what you can do with this, especially with the blast radius. What's the blast radius on the bazooka here? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's probably not the most of it, but yeah, it's actually a pretty good suit here. Really good supporting power, I can definitely see that. Again, with like the shrapnel here, this can be used for maybe helping your teammates get stunned. because then you don't have to worry about, you know, firing into a crowd and accidentally hitting a teammate. So that's a really nifty thing there. But yeah, I think that's everything I really have to say about the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack here. Overall, it does seem like it's going to be a really nice suit. Just gotta, you know, really try it in actual matches to really get a good feel of it, but I do think it's going to be at least effective against the Acguys when it comes to the anti-stealth that this has. But yeah, seems like it's going to be fun, so I'll make sure to get back on this with a video eventually. If I don't make a video, I'll most likely talk about it on stream as well. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this testing video here. Comment down below what you think about the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.